Look how delicious that is. Hi everyone, this is Shelly Calvo once again, and welcome to the Dining Diva show. Today we are going to create a sour soup. That's right guys, we're going to make sinigang recipe. And in this particular episode, the Dining Diva will share how she makes her fish sinigang. Wow. And the star of the show, it's salmon. Yummy! So, in this pot right here, I have already prepared 10 cups of water. And I would like to bring it to boil over high heat. From there, guys, we're gonna start putting into our pot all the recipe, all the ingredients that we actually have prepared here in our counter. Let's start with onions. So guys, I pretty much have a cup of onion here that I have already sliced up, and I am going to put it into our water just so as we bring this water to boil, it's already getting all the flavors from these ingredients. Next to our onion, I would like to incorporate our tomatoes. Yes guys, this is just one whole plump tomato that I kind of like just cut it into pieces, and so it went to our pot now. Next is our ginger. So I pretty much have just slices of ginger here, about 6 of them. Ginger is so amazing. So the reason why I am using ginger in this sinigang, usually sinigang recipe doesn't call for ginger guys, but I'm using because I am going to cook fish. So anytime I cook seafood, I always like to incorporate ginger. It kind of balances out the fishy smell, that ocean flavor. So I like to put that there. Oh. So bringing this to boil will actually extract all those beautiful aroma and flavors from all the ingredients that we're going to put here in our pot. So usually what I like to do is already dump my taro. Why? Because taro is a hard vegetable that takes a little time to cook. So before I go ahead and flavor up this whole broth right we have here, I'm gonna start dumping some of the vegetables that are that takes longer to cook. So hence we have our taro here. Now, what I used here is about 4 pieces of just a nice sized taro, and I just pretty much quartered them, peeled and quartered. So, on that note, guys, before I move forward with flavoring our broth, I'm gonna dump Mr. Taro already, okay? So, there you go. That way, these guys are gonna start getting tender. And you know, that's a really good practice guys, because it will actually cut into your cooking process and you can finish right away. Oh. There you go. So now we have our onions, our tomatoes, our ginger, flavoring this whole broth, and I put the taro. The reason why I like to also start putting the vegetables as we build the flavor, just so the vegetables can actually get infused with all those flavors. So now the interesting part, you will be surprised with the ingredients that some ingredients that I will dump here. I like to already put our sinigang mix. This is 1 pouch of sinigang mix that pretty much we can buy in our grocery stores or anywhere, even little mom and pop stores. The sinigang mix is pretty much ready to available everywhere. So I'm gonna already put this sour flavoring into our broth. Next, guys, I would like to incorporate half a teaspoon of pepper. Yes, I like to put pepper in my sinigang. Next, I'd like to put our fish sauce. So, because I am cooking fish, I decided to put 3 tablespoons of fish sauce right here in our broth. Right there. Delish. Now guys, depending on the fish sauce that you get or you have in your pantry, some of them are really strong in flavors. I'm talking about the saltiness, and some are a little bit light. You know, if you use, let's say, Thai fish sauce, it's a little on the light side and a little sweet. I'm using Filipino fish sauce though, but I was able to grab something that's kind of like on the light side on the fermentation, light fermented. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about 1 teaspoon of salt. Now it's okay to incorporate salt and fish sauce in your sinigang broth. Why? Well, sure, they're both salty, but they do have different characteristic. You know, the fish sauce is more of the flavor, not just the saltiness. It adds up to that really flavorful saltiness. And next to our ingredient that I already kind of like put here, I have here, guys, I'm going to incorporate 1 lime. That 1 lime that I already juiced, I squeezed, I came about 1/4 cup of this nice lime. The reason why I'm adding lime is because there is a different kind of sourness that it brings. So I just don't rely on the pre-made packet of sinigang packet. I also add my own little flair, you know, citrus flair. It's just delicious that way. Oh. I'm just gonna give this a quick stir, guys, before I move forward with our other ingredients. Now, I tossed in our lime. This, guys, is 1 teaspoon of lime zest. So I kind of grated it already, and I'm gonna put it and add it onto our broth. I know it's different, but this is how I make my sinigang. So trust me, it's more flavorful. And then because I like a little bite to my soup, guys, I'm gonna add some pepper flakes. And what I have here is about half a teaspoonful, not too much. But if you guys want more spice, go for it. You can add some more. So in this point, I am just going to give it a quick stir. Just make sure that all ingredients will be well distributed all over this nice, beautiful broth that we are creating. There you go. Now, what I wanted to do, guys, is already incorporate my long beans. So what I have here, what I bought was, I actually got a whole bunch of long beans in the grocery store, and they're already pre-packed. So what it came about, it yielded about 3 cups of, about 3 cups. So I have about 3 cups of long beans here that I pretty much just cut up in 2-inch long. That's all. See, I am putting a lot of vegetables, guys, It's up to you how much vegetables you want. Some people would probably just put 1 cup of string beans or 2 because there are other vegetables that we want to toss in here. Now, the reason why I put a lot of taro is because that is going to be my carbs. I am going to eat my sinigang with my salmon sinigang with just these vegetables. The taro that I put a lot because that's gonna be my carbs. No rice, baby, no rice. Now, our next ingredient that I'm gonna toss into our pot is eggplant. What I have here, guys, is just 2 eggplants that I actually cut. So I have the whole eggplant and I cut it in a slanting cut. Now, I put 2 because, as I mentioned earlier, I am going for more veggies. But usually some people would only put 1 eggplant. Now, most people eat sinigang with rice. That's really how we do it. But given the fact that I'm trying to cut in rice, this is enough for me, guys. All veggie, and you have your carbs, which is the taro. Now, this next ingredient that I'm gonna put, usually people don't incorporate them. But see, I always believe in balancing the taste. So, as surprised that it may make you, I'm going to toss a tablespoon of sugar into my sinigang mix. Yes, guys, I like to incorporate sugar. So only 1 tablespoon. Believe me, that 1 tablespoon will work wonders, and it's going to create something that is magical. Now, I already like my veggies because we set it up to high. We kind of expedited the cooking process, and my veggies are good already. I don't want to overcook them. I just want them half cooked. So I'm going to start putting the stars. So what I have here is 1 pound of salmon collar. You can actually use any type or any cut of salmon, but when I do my sinigang, guys, I always tend to use salmon head, salmon collar, or salmon belly. But this particular episode, I am using salmon collar. They're actually huge pieces right here. Beautiful pieces. Beautiful, beautiful pieces of salmon right there. And the salmon is huge, guys. It has a lot of meat. So I pretty much have 1 pound that I already incorporated in our soup. I'm gonna give this a quick stir and boil. I'm gonna cover it up just for a few minutes. So the salmon, when you add the fish onto your broth, the taste, the flavor of the fish as it gets cooked blends into your broth, and it brings your broth to another level. It just heightens everything, and that is actually the moment that I always wait for. Now, salmon, guys, gets cooked very easily. We all know that. So this is already pretty much good to go. The colors have changed already. Oh, I cannot wait to eat this, guys. Now, for our last touch, because this is already good to go and I cannot wait to start eating, guys, I am going to incorporate Mr. Kale right here. So what I have here is about 2 cups of kale. You can go for 2, 3, 4 cups. Go for it, guys. Now, usually, I also like to cook with kangkong. But kale, I found, is one of the leafy vegetable ingredients that is so amazing in sinigang. And I always like to cook with kale, because you know how the kale is very high in nutrition, guys. So anytime you can incorporate it in your dish, go for it. Kangkong or kale for sinigang, very good, guys. Today I like to put kale. Also, you know how kale is a very sturdy, hardy type of leafy vegetable. This is a perfect opportunity for you to actually have to eat more kale, because in a salad, it's hard to chew on kale, because you know how it's a little tough to chew, right? But when you put it in a broth, guys, it is just amazing. I just turned off my heat because we are actually done. That's how simple it is, guys. That's how easy this fish sinigang or salmon colored sinigang recipe is. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to transfer some into my serving bowl so I can show you guys what we did. It's so delicious. Our delicious dish. Oh, I cannot wait. Look how delicious that is. Oh my God, I cannot wait, guys. This is such an amazing dish. Delicious. Guys, I hope that you like this episode, and I'm so happy that you guys are here to join me as I have showed you guys how I make my salmon sinigang. So I hope you enjoyed this particular episode, and I hope to see you guys again on the next episode. And thank you so much. Please create this recipe. Trust me, it's really good, especially with the lime and the lime zest. Yum. It's very, very, very delicious, nutritious, and easy to make. You guys are not going to regret creating this in your house and serving it to your family. On that note, guys, I just want to say goodbye and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for always supporting the Dining Diva show. And please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to share, don't forget to hit that bell, and just don't forget to copy it and send me a message and do all that, guys. Thank you so much for being here again. This is Shelly Calvo, the Dining Diva. Until our next episode,